It's taking a while. And we're live.
You sure? We're live? Okay. Hello, people of the internet, and welcome to another Ranger Vision Heroes of the Grid stream, right here on Christmas Eve, on this night of all nights. This game is still running way longer than we anticipated it would. This is now our third night, but we will finish this game tonight one way or another. Whether victory or defeat, it will be over. I am, as always, Gold Phoenix Ranger, your head administrator of Ranger Vision. With me, as always, running the stream is Shadow Ranger.
Yo.
And, of course, our board owner, Kurama.
Hello.
And we are picking up the game where we left off last night, which is at the deployment for round 4. If you missed the earlier videos, you can check those out. We do apologize for some quality issues in those videos. But we are going ahead and going to proceed from here. So the first round, we had foot soldiers, whom we defeated. We're using Tangas and Quantrons today. And then in the second round, we dealt with the Pudgy Pig, whom we defeated. Although he put up a heck of a fight, especially that first round with 2 Ravenous Hungers. On the third deployment, we had the Psycho Black Ranger deploy here to the Stone Quarry, which panicked that area. We chose to ignore him in favor of dealing with the numbers of foot soldiers that had populated the area, so we wouldn't die of panic on the round 4 deployment, and that proved to be beneficial because we have survived the round 4 deployment. The Stone Quarry and KO-35 are panicked, but the shopping mall and the surf spot are both okay for the moment. However, we did run into the unfortunate situation that our boss deployment is the full team of Psycho Rangers. Red, yellow, pink, blue, and in this case, the Green Psycho Ranger, who, if you're not familiar, was introduced in the Boom Studios comics, because we chose to use those 5 because the boss fight is designed for 5 out of 6, and Psycho Black was already on the field, so it seemed like the easiest thing to do was use the 5 that weren't already deployed. The Psycho Rangers are appropriately enough at KO-35, so we are going to be going ahead and trying to wrap this up. We're basically running whole hog at the Psycho Team boss and hoping to God that we survive, and either we will or we won't, but the next 2 battles will determine the fate of the universe, I guess. Or at least of this game. For those of you who haven't joined us before, you should be aware that we have Shadow Ranger is, of course, playing the Shadow Ranger, Commander Kruger. I am playing the Yellow Space Ranger, Ashley Hammond. Kurama is playing the Blue Mighty Morphin Ranger, Billy Cranston. And also on the field as a 4th Ranger, we have the Psycho Ranger helping us out. If you saw the initial stream on Saturday... Sorry, Phantom Ranger, what did I say?
You said Psycho.
Well, that's not quite right. Phantom Ranger. Although a Psycho Phantom would be an interesting concept. Anyway, yes, the Phantom Ranger is helping us out. If you saw Saturday's stream, you know that our good friend Database Ranger was here for the first night, and he was playing the Phantom Ranger, but unfortunately could not make it for the latter streams due to a lot of other things going on in his life, which is totally understandable. So we have taken control of the Phantom Ranger and are just kind of passing him around to whoever's available, though we will all be jointly controlling since all 4 of us will be going to fight the Psychos for the boss fight here. Unfortunately, right now, Ashley and Phantom are not in the best shape. Only 1 card each in their hand and 1 card each in their deck. While Commander Kruger went down fighting in the last round when taking on foot soldiers, and as such, he has been fully recharged at the command center, is completely ready for a fight. And Billy is in decent condition, has a almost full hand and 3 cards in his deck, so not bad. We do have all 5 of our Zords available, including the Zords of these 4 Rangers, the Decabase, Triceratops, Artellatron, and Mega V4. And we also have Pyramidas as our randomly chosen 5th Zord today. We will not, unfortunately, be able to unlock our Megazord because we don't have enough foot soldiers left to defeat without triggering extra unnecessary battles. So, that will not be happening. We do have recover actions here in the command center we can use to help recharge the Rangers that need it. And then we're going to go against the Psycho team and see what happens. Now, the Psycho team does have a special deployment as compared to any other monsters or bosses that you might have seen on our streams. So you'll see how that works. But effectively, I have put together the Psycho Ranger combat deck, which amounts to 17 cards in total. Every time we defeat 2 cards, it's considered defeating a Psycho Ranger, and we have to defeat all 5 Psycho Rangers, or a total of 10 cards to defeat them. The Psycho Rangers deploy 6 cards on the field at a time with no foot soldiers. You'll see I have removed the Tango Warriors that were here per the instruction. So if we can defeat 6 cards in the first fight, and then we would only need to defeat an additional 4 in the second fight to be victorious. Or if we manage to split it, say 4 and 4, we could do it. However we. I should say 4 and 6. However we. Well, see, it have to be 6 and 4. Yeah. Otherwise, it would be. We're going to do like 5 and 5 would also be acceptable, but otherwise we would have to trigger an additional battle. So we will have to see how this fight plays out. Each Psycho Ranger, the way the Psycho Ranger deck works is there are a series of generic Psycho cards that apply to all of them, and then each Psycho Ranger has 2 cards, their power weapon and a path card that starts with the word path, represented by their monster form that you may recall seeing them use when they grew to large proportions. The path cards are all passive but add debilitating effects, while the power weapons are, of course, attacks. So we will encounter the varying Psycho Ranger cards, but if we defeat a Psycho Ranger, then we will automatically not have to face any of their cards again, even though they'll remain in the deck. We'll just put them on the bottom if they are drawn. If their cards are not defeated, and if their cards are defeated beforehand, then they will just be removed. So it should be an interesting struggle, and we will see how this plays out. So as a reminder, we do have the 2 recover actions. Everybody's actions are reset, so each of the 4 Rangers has 2 actions available, so we have a grand total of 10 actions right now. What would we like to do?
Kruger's going to go scope out the Psycho Rangers and wait for everyone else to not be hurt.
That is fair. I'm going to move the Psychos along to the outer border of KO 35 here, so we have a little room. Alright, so Kruger will teleport over here to KO 35. One of Kruger's actions has been spent.
Also, Mr. Gold Phoenix Ranger, would you like to take the time to do some preliminary photography and send us photos of stuff?
I can do that, certainly. Let me check that out.
Most of everything is in the feed from yesterday.
Yeah, you've pretty much got the hands.
All the Megazords and stuff.
Yeah, all the I won't worry about the Zords, but I will send what's currently in the hands so that we have an idea what we're working with. Although, before I do that, let's determine what we're doing recovery-wise, and that way I can send pictures of the completed hands once all this is done.
Well, you do need to send us Pyramidas. You never put Pyramidas in the feed.
Fair, I will send Pyramidas.
Okay.
I don't think you ever sent me my hand.
Well, my first... Yeah. So Billy's first action will be a personal recover.
Yeah, send me a photo of my hand. You didn't do that after you gave me a hand.
Yeah.
Alright, hold on a moment.
Right, abilities. So Phantom Ranger's ability won't fucking matter. So we'll have Strategize, we'll have Optimism, and we'll have Squad Commander to use. Then we've got Teletron, which is during an attack. Delta Base we're going to use straight up. Mega V4 we'll probably use straight up.
I don't know. We might want to save some stuff for the second round because we're going to have to go 2 fights, remember? The second fight's going to be harder because we're going to have less resources at that point.
Because what are we going to have? We're going to have 8 energy going into the first fight?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
6? Oh, 2 in the pool and 4
I
personal.
believe so.
That is correct.
All right. And then we've got Triceratops. Exhaust this card. Ranger 2. Oh, maybe I could just use Triceratops on myself and I don't need to recover. Because I've got 7 between my hand and my deck. So
Well,
if
it may
I
be
just
worth
use
it to strategically hold that for use in the middle of a battle if we're running low on cards and we need them.
Yeah. Pyramidas. Exhaust this card when any ranger reveals a card for defense. Add 1 shield to that card, gain 1 energy, and deal 1 damage. That's a good card.
It is a very good card. Right.
Oh, great. Those Psycho Rangers, being the
Well,
Psycho Rangers, have rendered 2 of my cards almost completely useless.
Which
Crowd
ones?
control.
Yeah, because crowd control is entirely dependent upon foot soldiers for its benefit. Without it, it's
Oh,
just a
yeah.
standard 2-dice attack.
Which almost is not worth it. 1 energy for a 2-dice attack? That's like desperation mode. At
Yeah.
that point, I would rather walk up and punch them before I use that.
Mm-hmm. All right.
So if I might make a
who's going to use what
recommendation when we
recovery to do
start the
what?
fight, if Billy could use strategize on me so I can ditch one of those damn crowd controls that's completely friggin' useless and try to get something useful, that'd be nice. Anyway, go ahead, do your recoveries.
What recoveries are we doing for who?
All right, so I'm gonna use one of my movements, personal recovery.
You're going to use an action for a personal recovery? Very well.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Now, be aware in doing this, you've only got 5 shields in your discard. I can put them all back, but you're basically leaving a shield on the table.
Well, I'd rather have all of them back anyway, just
Okay,
so I have them.
In that case, you now have 6 cards in your deck, and you have a full hand, or so 4 cards in your hand, so you are now basically in full stats. And you get your energy back for doing a recovery.
So what have I currently got in my hand?
You have the Tactical Strike, a Mighty Maces, a Power Lance, and a Blade Blaster.
So I use knowledge as power. So okay. I'll probably draw 1 when we start the fight. So
And then burn your
I'll just go
second
for the
action
full
to
hand.
move over and join me.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'll use my second action and move over.
Oh well, Billy shall teleport to the fight.
Nice of you to join me, Ranger.
Still a terrible Kruger voice.
Sorry, I don't do gruff.
He usually doesn't sound gruff. He sounds like John Tui being intense.
Yeah, but John Tui puts that gravelly, kind of growly... He's trying to be a dog. And it works.
Yes, sometimes, but more often than not, he just talks normally. Anyway. So, do we want to use the Delta base to buff Ashley or Phantom? I would say
what's going to give us the most offense?
Ashley's definitely more offense than Phantom, I think, although Phantom does have that power ruby.
Is Ruby going to be all that good against nothing but boss cards?
Depends on the level of power they have.
Because it's 2 health per shot.
Yeah, it can at least deal a lot of damage to things, even if it doesn't kill them. It can deal a lot of damage to things, and then Ashley can bust out the slinger and just kill a bunch of dudes in one shot.
But we can pick up
Well-
the Power Ruby with a normal recovery
well, let's put
anyway.
it this way.
You can if you so desire. Just be aware the Power Ruby's 3 shields, so that's half your
Yeah.
recovery if you do that.
Well, let's put it this way. Let's answer this question. Who is going to be initiating combat? Because we will have 3... Well, because I have an action,
We'll have
and then,
we'll have 3
and then you guys
actions
have actions.
over there
Yeah.
once everything is done.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because I'm assuming you're not going to use the command center recoveries. We're going to use that between the fights. Correct.
I mean, it doesn't matter either way.
But I would say use the Delta base on whoever is going to initiate, unless both of them are going to initiate and you want me to save Kruger's action for recovery afterwards.
Well, keep one thing in mind. It's probably better if we know these are going to be recoveries. It's better to use a command center recoveries, because that way, depending on how the fight goes, we have the luxury of being able to change our minds on what to use our personal actions for. If we want to pop out a fight to gain energy and cards, if we want to, if in particular, if we're in the fight and our ranger sacrifices their life and needs to move back to the fight for the second fight.
Actually, if you both have both of your... Oh, no, you'll only have one action. Yeah, that's true.
It may be advantageous if we use the recoveries in the command center, then move to the area, and then we each have our 3 actions. One person triggers, and then we see how the fight pans out. And based on that, if it comes to a situation where it looks like we're going to die, depending on what's attached to who, then we can let a ranger take the sacrificial damage. They'll go to the command center and completely recharge and be at full health for the next fight. They just need to have an action left to move into that fight, or they're going to be useless.
Yeah, that means Delta base becomes a punt, because my logic is I would want to use the Delta base on whoever is going to be one of the leaders, because you want your leader to be able to take as much damage as possible, because you never know what kind of damage only 2 leader cards will pop up.
Well, like I said, it's going to be entirely dependent on which cycles are attached to who.
So maybe don't use the Delta base until second round. I don't know, because I can't decide who to use it on. Because that's what my deciding factor would be, is who's going to need it more. And in my opinion, the person who's going to need it more is going to be someone who's going to be using their action skill to start a fight. Like, I can start the first one, and that probably makes the most sense because I'm at full power. But whoever's going to start the second fight is going to be the one that's going to need the Delta base.
Right. But we don't necessarily know who's going to start the second fight, because depending on how the first fight goes, if somebody gets killed, that may affect who's going to start the second fight, so we have no way to know.
So punt. At this point, it doesn't matter then who gets it. Because they both have advantages and disadvantages, and they're both exactly at the same amount of health in hand.
So that's all I'm saying, is that because we don't know, if we get into a situation where there's a big damage attack coming and we need somebody to take it, we still have 3 lives. We can have somebody.
I get it. If you want to use the Delta base, my recommendation: grab a coin, flip it, and whatever it lands on, that dictates who's going to get it.
Kurama, do you want to use a Delta base? What do you think?
I think we use it just to help with the first fight. Because if we can take all 6 in the first fight and only have to deal with 4 in the second.
Well, we'll still have to survive 6, but we'll only have to kill 4.
Yeah, we'd only have to focus on 4 in the next round. So if we've got as much arsenal as we can get in this first fight, and then after the fact we can see what we've got left and then discuss the second fight when we get to it.
Which is fine. So the question just comes back, because
who do we use it on?
Yeah, because we don't necessarily know. But keep in mind, whoever we use the Delta base on is less likely to be the one that gets killed. So really, it's kind of a chicken and egg, because whoever we use the Delta base on is more likely to be the one in better shape who will start the second fight.
Right, so once again, who do you want to actually start the second fight? That's the question. Pick one, and then we'll do our best to make sure that's that person.
Why is it our job to pick one? Why don't you pick one? Yeah.
Well, number one, Ashley's not my character. That's why I'm asking you, Jim, because Ashley is your character. I'm asking you, do you want to start the second fight? Or do you think it's better if Phantom starts the second fight? Because let's not forget one other thing.
What's that?
Depending on what Phantom draws to replenish his hand at the beginning of this fight, both Rangers may survive, because Phantom might draw Phantom Cloak and might be able to just cloak the hell out to save himself.
That's true. And we'll have to see. That's going to depend. Whether he draws Phantom Cloak will depend on which cards he takes back for his recovery.
In fact, with that being a potentiality, I would say let's use the Delta base on Ashley, because if he cloaks out, and he's the one we pick to actually start the next fight, he won't be able to start the next fight.
Yes.
So let's have Ashley use it.
Okay, so we'll Delta base recover Ashley then. That sound good to everybody?
Yep.
Delta base recovery. So command center recovery, we'll do that. That way we can spare Ashley's actions in case we need to pull an audible mid-fight somewhere along the way.
Mm-hmm.
So what are we going to take back for Ashley? We definitely want the Star Slinger. We know that. That's 3.
You're not calling any audible with Ashley. You're starting the next fight. You have to save your action point for that.
I know, but I have. Oh, I have to move. Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Well, we'll see what happens.
Phantom Rangers
Anyway.
are audible.
Anyway, we have precise shot, rapid fire are at 2. I've got a trick shot, which is at 3. Take aims are 1, as is Astro Blaster.
Choose the form of destruction.
So that's what we can take up to 10 shields. So that's 3. So let's see. Well, the good news is that based on what's here, I know that the other trick shot is the card that's left in my deck already. So I have a trick shot. Probably going to want some 0 energy attacks. So if I do the Star Slinger, I can do a precise shot.
Mm-hmm.
That would be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
I was going to say being able to pierce guard might be a beneficial ability to have in these coming fights.
Yeah, so we do a Star Slinger and a precise shot. That's 4, 3. That's 5. And then I guess the Astro Blaster would be good to have. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6. So I can either take a take aim and the trick shot, or I could take the rapid fire and the precise shot. So question is, do you think it'd be worth having the other trick shot? I think it might be, if only because the trick shot is the one that if we get zeros, we can deal adjacency damage, and it guarantees damage off the rolls, which could make all the difference.
What's the other option?
Well, the other option, I don't take the trick shot, is that 3, 4, 5, 6. I could take the precise shot and the rapid fire.
And you're already taking one precise shot back?
Yes, or I could take one of those 2 and then both of the take aims.
What does take aim do?
Yeah. Take aim, gain an energy. You may immediately play another card. If it's an attack, you may reroll any number of dice during that attack. So it allows me to build energy and give myself a free reroll.
But it has to be you.
Has to be me.
It's the one drawback to that card. What does the rapid fire do?
Rapid fire is 1 energy. It's a reaction. Play it when any ranger rolls a 0 to add 2 dice to the attack.
I'm almost thinking that might be the better card. What do you think, boss man?
Sounds like a good fucking combo.
Yeah, right?
Okay, so that puts me at 8. So then if I take the rapid fire, I can either take the other precise shot or the 2 take aims. Now keep in mind one thing, that's 4 cards, and this one of my deck is 5, and I've only got 1 in my hand. Meaning, if I try to draw a full hand to combat this, I'm only going to have 1 card back in my deck for defense again, so I'm going to be total glass cannon. I will not be able to take any damage.
I say take the 3 support cards just to bolster the deck. Get some cards in that deck.
So take the take aims.
Take the take aims and the rapid fire.
And you can always use the Triceratops if you absolutely have to.
True, we'll see how that goes during the fight, but let me just put this in here and shuffle these cards up. Damn it. Card. Alright. And I do have a rapid fire in my hand, so I have 1 card in my hand, so I really only need to draw 4 to fill my hand, which would leave 3 in my deck, so I can actually do that and still be pretty okay. Alright. So that's there. I get my energy back. Alright, so is Phantom going to do a regular recover from the command center?
Yes.
Right, regular recover popped from the command center. Phantom Ranger. So I'm assuming we want the Power Ruby.
What else is in the discard?
Well, options. Let's see. Like I said, pretty much everything he has, because, he only has 1 card in his deck and a Wraith Strike in his hand, so his 2 Phantom Lasers, the other Wraith Strike, the Phantom Cloak, the 2 Invisible Heroes, the Spectre Barrage.
How many Phantom Cloaks are in the deck?
Just the 1.
Oh, crap.
I think.
Okay, well, I'm thinking we'll want the Invisible Heroes back.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys agree with that assessment.
The defense is certainly not going to hurt.
He needs to get some attacks. We need someone with attacks. Are both his Phantom Lasers in the discard?
Yes.
We're going to want at least one of those.
Okay, well, if you do that, then you're going to take the Phantom Cloak, because it's the only 1 shield card left.
What does he have in his hand?
Wraith Strike.
Just 1 with Wraith Strike?
Yes, that's all he has in his hand, is that 1 card.
Shit.
So if you could take the Phantom Laser, but you're spending 3 shields on it.
Oh, that's right, it's 3 shields. What do you think, Kurama?
Alternatively, you could take the other Wraith Strike and the Spectre Barrage if you wanted to do 2 and 2. That would leave Power Ruby behind if you're not going to take Power Ruby, because Power Ruby is also a 3.
I don't know. Do we want to fill his deck up as much as possible, or just bring back a couple of powerful attacks and have him start the fight and kill him off and bring him back for the second fight?
Where's that, too? I guess the question is, do we want him to be uber glass cannon, or do we want to bring back some defensive? Also, if Power Ruby is 3, I'm thinking Power Ruby over Phantom Laser. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
I could agree with that. Or, I mean, if we're planning on killing the Phantom Ranger anyway,
Yeah.
I mean, we could just send him in with the 1 Wraith Strike, let him take an attack and die straight off. He'll be fully charged for the next fight, and he'll have 2 actions, 1 to move there and 1 to trigger a battle for us.
If he needs to.
If he needs to. If he doesn't need to, then we have an extra action to play around with to potentially buy us energy and additional cards to help bolster the fight. Rather than wasting energy on this recovery just to have him die anyway, if we're already planning on having him die, let's just send him in and let him die.
We could have him be the sacrificial tank, because if an attack hits him, regardless if he has enough health to absorb all the damage from the attack, he takes all the damage from the attack. It doesn't just split off, right?
Right. So let's say for example, I don't know, just going with a ridiculous case. Let's say you were fighting King Mondo. If he swung the sword of Damocles at you for 12 damage, and you only had 3 shields left, you would still take all 12 damage and die. It wouldn't just shave off. So it would mitigate all 12 damage, even though you only took 3 shields, technically.
I think that's a good strategy. What do you think, Kurama?
Yeah, I think that sacrifice, especially because we have
Yeah.
3 lives, it's worth the sacrifice of using the lives in between, because if we use
Yeah.
lives in between, sacrifice him and if need be the because we can sacrifice him, and if need be, since I haven't used the personal one, the other possibility would be sacrificing Ashley because she also has 2. Both Phantom and Ashley could be fully recharged going into the second fight. One of them would have to start it, but the other one would have the extra action to throw around. They'd be the 2 that we can play around with.
Yeah, and then whoever survives starts the next fight.
Yes. Alternatively, Kruger has an action, so if Kruger dies for some reason, he could come back as well. He just wouldn't be able to trigger a battle afterward.
I'm starting the first battle.
Oh, so you're okay. So you won't have an action. Fair.
No. Also, the problem with Ashley throwing her life away is if Phantom starts the second fight, he's almost assuredly going to die.
Mm-hmm.
So keep that in mind. Whereas if we can preserve Ashley to be the one to start it, she might actually survive both fights.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I like the idea of Phantom the sacrificial lamb. Let's do that.
Okay, so we'll just go ahead and we will abort his attempted.
Yeah.
We will abort that. We'll just leave him. He's got the Wraith Strike in his hand. We'll just let him take the damage from whatever hits him. You know, we can have him use a Wraith Strike as the first attack, just so he uses the attack, and then just let him take the first damage of whatever it is. Let him get out of there, and that'll buy us a completely fresh Ranger on the next round with an intact Power Ruby and possibly the Phantom Laser. Now, the one thing I don't know that it doesn't mention in the instructions, because we're all going to have Psychos attached to us. If one of our Rangers dies, what happens to the attached card? Does it shift just to another Ranger?
Do the Psychos have much attack the leader cards?
So like I said, it depends on the Psychos. Psycho Red specifically is focused on that ability.
Okay.
Like I said, the main Psycho cards kind of vary in what they do, but each of the cards pertaining to a specific Psycho Ranger are usually focused on one type of thing. So we'll see. But I think the Psychos have to be attached to a Ranger unless they're defeated. So depending on how the beginning of the battle goes, whatever is attached to Phantom Ranger would have to attach to another Ranger when he dies. So he'll die, but another Ranger is going to take on whatever the effects of the Psychos attached to him are.
Right. We just have to figure out how that works. So, what do the instructions say?
Like I said, it doesn't mention that part. That's what I'm telling you.
Where's Jonathan Ying when you need him?
Not here.
Alright, well, you want to move the other 2 over to the fight?
Yep. Oh, crap.
Mm-hmm.
That just throws my whole thing out the window. That doesn't matter. That we can't do what I was going to say. Because I forgot they have to move to the initial fight, meaning if they die, they'll be able to come back to the fight. But basically, we could use Phantom as sacrificial, but we can't let Ashley die, or we won't have the ability to start the second fight.
Okay, well, we'll see if we have that choice. We
'Cause,
might die
we
in
can
the first round then if Ashley dies.
Yeah, because Phantom is sacrificial, but realize that because Billy used his actions and we're using one each to move, and Kruger's triggering the initial fight, Phantom and Ashley have the last 2 actions of the round, which means if both of them die and have to use their actions to move back to the fight, we're not going to be able to trigger another fight. So,
Do you want Ashley to trigger the first fight then and preserve Kruger? Because Kruger will probably survive.
That's probably a good idea then, yeah. Let Ashley move over, let Ashley trigger the fight, and then, But either way, though, it doesn't matter, because if Ashley dies, she's still done. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, but Kruger won't.
Yeah, but
more than
Ashley
likely
will be done, but we still have a chance to win because we can initiate the second fight.
Right, but
Because you can.
yes, but you'll be
You'll,
doing it without Ashley.
Yeah, that's better than not being able to do it at all.
That's true. Just beware, the Ashley rule still applies. If she dies, she's out. But you know,
Well, then
at the
don't
very
die.
at the very least, you'll be able to trigger another fight. So that's probably a good idea. Then have Ashley move and trigger the fight. Phantom, and that'll leave Phantom with 2 intact actions. So Phantom can be the sacrificial. He can come back and still trigger a fight or have an action.
No, he'll
And
only
then
have one too because he has to move as well.
Right, but he'll have 1 to trigger the fight or to use in the fight, depending on whether he triggers or Kruger triggers. Either way, we'll have that extra action to play around with still. It's just a matter of whether we'll have Ashley in the fight or not.
No, because he's going to move over. We're going to sacrifice him. He's going to have to use his second action to move over. He won't have an action point. He only has 2 actions. Do the math. We're basically using his action point to use him as a sacrificial lamb. That's what we're doing.
All right, whatever.
No, it's not whatever. Look at it. Do the math, Jim. Think about it.
Whatever.
What the fuck is your problem?
No problem. I just want to play the game.
You need to understand it to play it. We're going in with very tight resources. We're not going to have actions to fuck around with. That's just the bottom line.
Well, if we don't fuck around with our actions, we may not survive the first fight.
If we fuck around with our actions, we won't have an action to use on the second fight. That's my point. With this strategy that we're employing, we don't have actions to fuck around with.
But if we at least survive the first fight, then there's a remote possibility we could survive the second deployment. It's unlikely, but it's possible.
True.
I mean, granted, we only have 2 force spaces on the board, so it's a nigh-on impossibility, but, you know.
Either way, we're committing Phantom Ranger's actions to sacrificing him and getting him back into the fight for the second fight. And we're going to need that if Ashley goes down, because Ashley won't be able to come back because she will have no actions.
Right, okay. So an action each to move them over then.
Yeah. We'll follow your lead.
All right. Okay. So the first thing we have to do is we have the 5 Psycho Ranger cards, and they have to be attached to our characters.
The first thing you need to do is send out the rest of the hands.
No, because we have to start the battle and get it set up before we can draw the hands for me to send them to you.
Okay, fair enough.
Learn how the game works. So the question is, we have 4 of us, and there's 5 psychos, which means one of us is going to have 2 psycho effects tied to us, because they all have to be assigned.
Have we decided what's going to happen when Phantom dies? Because we need to decide that. That will affect how we divvy up the psychos.
Like I said, as far as I can tell, because in the other modes, like if there was a lead ranger died, then the psycho card shifted to the next lead ranger. I would say if the person in question dies, then the psycho card just shifts to another ranger in the fight.
Yeah, but who? What's the rule of how it shifts?
There isn't a rule. That's what I'm telling.
So how are we going to... You're still not answering my question, Jim. How are we going to decide where they go?
We just pick one.
That's not going to go well, but okay. All right. Punt. Let's go. So, how do we decide where they go in the first place?
Again, it just says take the deployment cards to the 5 Psycho Rangers selected for this game and attach them to the Rangers. Each Ranger must have at least 1 card attached to them, and some Rangers may have multiple cards attached to them, so it's our choice.
Okay, recommend Psycho Blue to Billy.
Okay.
Is there a Psycho Yellow?
Yep.
Ashley, obviously. Oh, yeah, obviously there's Yellow, because Ashley, dumb, an idiot.
You are an idiot.
And then what else do we have? We have red, green,
And
and
pink.
pink. Attach red to Kruger. Since, Kruger technically is the leader, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, technically you're the leader of this fight, but Kruger's Kruger.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I guess green to Phantom?
Okay.
And then, I don't know. Pink to Ashley, put 2 on Ashley, or do you think that's too much?
I don't know.
What's Pink's ability?
Pink drains 1 energy and deals 2 damage to the attached ranger.
Well, it's not going to be me, because the goal here is to make sure I survive, because I'm the one with the action point. And it ain't going to be Phantom, because he's guaranteed dying, so I would say put it either on Ashley or Billy. Those are our choices.
Mm-hmm.
What's Psycho Blue do?
The attached ranger must discard from their hand the card with the highest energy cost.
Ugh. So that's Power Lance. Oh. Yeah, throw it on me.
Very well.
Now,
double effects.
Jim, on an effect like that,
Mm-hmm.
how does that effect classify cards with a power cost of X?
Well, X is counted as 0, isn't it?
Yes, X is 0 until you apply cost to it.
Fair.
All right. So, for the record, Kruger has Psycho Red attached.
Mm-hmm.
Psycho Red's effect says deal 4 damage to the attached ranger.
Ooh! Damn!
Psycho Yellow on Ashley is that the attached ranger must discard from their hand the card with the most shields.
Ooh! That's bad.
And Psycho Green attached to Phantom says that the attached ranger and another ranger must each discard the top card of their deck.
Oh, God!
That kills Psycho. Phantom.
Pretty much.
That one's probably going to end up on me, is my guess.
Well, we will see what happens. Like I said, a lot of the basically, if you get the individual Psycho, like the Psycho Power Weapons or the Path cards, they will usually trigger all the Psycho effects. The regular Psycho cards, not always. So we will have to see. I'm going to just forewarn you guys right now. I'm pretty sure we're not surviving the first fight.
Probably not, but hey, let's give it a shot.
Yeah. Also, or actually, we have 3 lives. We may survive the first fight. Barely. If all 4 of us die, then obviously not. But if one of us can survive, we'll at least make it to the second one. And depending on who it is, it's possible to at least trigger a second fight, although that may be a suicide mission at that point.
I won't be alone. If I survive, I'll have Phantom Ranger. At full power.
All right. So
Extra Rangers, go! Power Rangers, 6th Genesis. How's that for a Ranger Vision reference?
That sounds vaguely familiar.
That was my RPG, Dippy.
Oh, okay.
Where all the powers were based on 6th Ranger or Extra Ranger powers.
I don't remember that game, but okay.
I don't know if you were part of that one. Kurama, you remember that game, right?
Which one?
6th Genesis?
Potentially.
Where all the powers in the power set were based off of 6th or Extra Ranger powers?
I think so. I don't know
By
if
the
I was
way,
in it.
By the way, we're not fighting and using, but just for the record, if anyone was wondering, Psycho Black's ability deals 3 damage to the attached ranger and 2 damage to another ranger.
God, I'm glad he's not in this fight. Sheesh. Holy crap.
Alright, so we are all here. So right now we have 3 actions remaining among us all.
Uh-huh.
So I guess we said Ashley was going to trigger this fight, correct?
Send in the girl.
Alright. Let me just move the hands over here where I can see them to know what we have.
Actually, it's more like You know these Psycho Rangers better than any of us. You go first.
Valid argument. Put Billy's hand over here. That way I can see everybody's hands. Okay, good. So we're going to start the battle off. So what's going to happen here is I'm going to deploy. Whoops, this is crooked as hell.
Well, you're going to draw before you deploy, before you screw it up again.
Valid point. All right. So who wants cards?
I've got. What did I have? 4 in
You
hand?
have 4. You have 4, so you want
I'll
one
draw
for 4?
1.
Yeah. It's a counter jab it.
Cool.
Snapshot!
Yep, hang on a sec. One at a time. This is going to be a horrendous fight. My phone. Hmm?
I thought you said something.
I said it was going to be a horrendous fight.
It is.
We're going to die horrifically.
Potentially.
Potentially, yeah.
There it is. Coming eventually.
Maybe we should have just spent a round getting the rest of the monsters for the Megazord.
Coming eventually to a streaming service near you.
Yeah, right.
That's what we haven't talked about. Where the hell are we hosting that? But anyway.
I wouldn't hold my breath on that. We'll see what happens.
All right.
Strike.
Did I already send Kruger's hand through? I did.
Yes,
Okay. Cool. So how many? Let's see. How many does Ashley want to draw here? I believe we said we're gonna let Ashley take a full 4, and that'll leave 3 in her deck for defense. Hopefully that
Billy's in full glass cannon mode. Someone pissed Billy off.
Yeah, and that makes sense because
well, I lose Power Lance anyway, so
yeah.
If it activates.
Well, like I said, that's only the first time the Resolve Psycho effect activates. So we'll see. Basically, the cards in the fight will say activate attach Psycho Ranger abilities.
Oh, okay. So they don't just automatically.
It's not automatically. It's whenever the cards in the fight say to activate those abilities, which is a lot. I'm going to warn you.
No, if they automatically activated at the top of the fight, nobody would survive the first round.
Yeah, so it's just we got to see which Psycho cards we draw, and a lot of them cause those abilities to activate. So it'll probably activate pretty much immediately anyway, but we might get an attack in first.
Yeah, the really crappy thing, Kurama, none of them say activate one. If it activates all of them at the same time.
Yeah.
So get ready to be hit a lot by this stuff.
Yep, all right. So Ashley's going to draw. Ashley needs a full hand anyway because her Psycho is about discarding cards from the hand, so it makes more sense for her to have cards there to be able to mitigate that effect and still be able to do things.
Yeah, but don't do it if it's going to get you killed, though. Balance it a little bit.
Meaning what?
Meaning you're not the sacrificial lamb, so don't act like it.
I know, but I want to be able to actually do things.
True. Well, I guess if we have to make Ashley survive, we can burn the Triceratops.
We could if need be. Now, do you want me to stop at 4 and only do 4 and leave an extra one in my deck? What do you want me to do here? What are you telling me?
If you go full, how many cards will you have in your deck?
3.
Yeah, because here's the other thing you have to balance, too. You have to have enough cards to be effective in both fights if the goal is for Ashley to survive. That's the other thing you have to take into account.
Mm-hmm. As I was saying, do you want me to leave extra cards? Because we need cards to be effective in this fight.
This is true.
That's what I'm saying. I can leave an extra one if you want.
Which
I can
go full.
I can leave one extra one there if you want, but then we're going to be entirely dependent upon Billy for combat attacks.
Yeah, full it up. We'll just stick the Triceratops behind you.
That's a good plan. All right, I got a trick shot, a precise shot, 2 rapid fires, and the Astro Blaster.
That's not a bad hand. Kind of wish we got the Star Slinger, but there you go.
I kind of wish for the Slinger as well, but hey, we got trick shot. That can hit multiple targets if we roll zeros, and if not, it still does a good amount of damage. So, well, 2 dice, it's okay, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But I've also got the rapid fires, which allow us to add dice to the attacks if we roll zeros, so that could potentially deal extra damage.
Fair.
And then what are we going to do for the Phantom Ranger here?
Die.
He can't draw anything. He's just going to die. So that's
you don't even need to send his hand because it's just the one card.
It's a rate strike. Yeah. All right. So now I will shuffle and deploy some Psycho Rangers.
Shuffle and deploy some Psycho Rangers.
And we'll see what happens here. This up a little bit, and we'll see what we draw. That being the case, I'm actually going to alter the structure of how I have the table set up here, because I'm going to put away these Quantron and Tanka cards, since we know we don't need them.
Good call.
That way I have a little room to work on the table here.
The other hard thing is balancing or managing the Zords between the two fights, because we don't want to blow all the Zords in one fight, if we can help.
True.
And we're already one Zord down, so.
Mm-hmm.
This will be interesting.
It'll be quite interesting. This I can assure you.
So are you going to deploy?
Yeah, hold on a second. I'm just trying to see what's going on here. Tingas, put these Quantrons away. And I'll have some space. Alright. So that being the case, I'm going to put the Zords up top here so they're out of the way. And by doing that and putting these up here, I can move these actions over and separate out the Psycho cards. That way, if I need to attach defeated cards to them, I have space to do it.
Right.
Very well. Okay, now we're all set up. Ready for Psychos?
Mm-hmm.
This camera's being so stupid. This way. There we go. Alright. You check that's that one, right?
Yeah, you
okay.
have no idea what these psychos can do, Kurama. We fought one psycho once, and he obliterated us. So now we're fighting all of them. This is going to be interesting.
Alright, so... But only 6 cards, and no foot soldiers, so...
Oh, yeah,
Card
Jim,
1.
aren't you supposed to flip the mat over into psycho mode?
No.
Because I thought there was a mat that was 3 and 3 instead of 4 and 4.
No, the mat is 3, 3, and 3, and that's for Mastermind mode.
Oh, right. Fair enough.
Which is not something we can do unless one of you, or both of you, preferably buy the game, because I can't Mastermind if you guys are, going to be controlling everything and knowing what you're doing. That defeats the point.
Yeah.
Alright, so 6 cards. We have a Psycho Burst.
Okay. Deal 2 damage to each ranger. Resolve all effects. Oh, great.
We have the Psycho Pink Path of Thorns.
Oh, no. And what does that say? Each time a ranger attacks this card or an adjacent enemy card, deal 2 damage to that ranger when this card resolved. Oh, God. So when you kill it, oh, jeez. This is bad. This is really, really bad.
We have Psycho Blue's Psycho Axe.
I can't read that one. What does that one say, Jim? No, it's blurry on your camera.
3 different rangers must each discard from their hand the card with the highest energy cost.
Oh. No. Okay.
We have Psycho Yellow's Psycho Slinger.
Okay. Well, we can't see any of the text down there, so he gets to reading. Yeah, that's blurry as hell. Let's say 3 different rangers must something.
Must each discard from their hand the card with the most shields.
Man, they're gonna wreck us. We're not gonna have a hand by the end of this.
Yeah, I warned you.
Okay.
We have a Psycho Strike, and that has fast.
Oh, that means Red's attack is going to go off first. Oh, man.
It's not Red's attack, it's a Psycho Burst.
Oh, that's not the Red Ranger's attack?
No, it's one of the generic
Oh,
ones.
okay.
And it's a Psycho Strike. That's just a generic resolve all Psycho effects.
Yep.
And the last card in the fight will be a Psycho Assault, another generic Psycho card. Deal 3 damage, and if there are 2 or more Psycho Rangers in this location, deal 6 damage instead.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, yeah, we're not surviving this.
No, we're really not. But then you gotta remember, the more we kill, the less of this we have to contend with.
Well, let's get this over with. Oh, jeez. The Phantom Ranger's not even going to be able to do anything because that burst just outright kills him.
Depending on what his card is.
Well, it deals... Is it 2 or 3 damage?
2.
Oh, okay. Well, he might survive. Well, we know it's not the
So-
power of Ruby Blast because that's in his discard pile.
We'll see what it is. So the Psycho Burst will resolve. Deal 2 damage to each Ranger and resolve all Psycho effects. So we'll just go in order down the line here. So unless anybody would like to do anything to mitigate any damage, but I don't think any of us have that ability. So
Nope.
No.
very well. Kruger takes 2 damage.
Mm-hmm.
Shadow Slash is worth 2, goes to the discard.
Okay.
Mitigated. Ashley takes 2 damage. Take Aim is 1, goes to the discard. Another Take Aim is 1, goes to the discard. Ashley has 1 card remaining in her deck.
Oh, she's not surviving.
Alright, and then resolve that because we'll do that in a minute. Alright, so Psycho Ranger takes 2 damage. The card
Phantom
is a 2
Ranger.
Spectre Barrage. Phantom, yes, as I
You
said,
said
Phantom
Psycho
Ranger.
Ranger again.
Whatever, Phantom Ranger is dead.
Told you.
He will teleport back to the command center for a recharge, and 1 life will be gone. Pool energy over here, by the way.
And Billy. Blah.
Billy takes 2. He draws Counter Jab is worth 1. He can deal 1 damage to an enemy card of his choice.
Punch something, Billy.
Fucking, I don't know, Psycho Blues card, I think. Yeah.
That's fair.
This one?
Yeah.
It's now down to 4. And that's worth 1, so 1 more damage to Billy. He draws Tactical Strike is 2, goes to the bottom. Billy has 4 cards remaining in his deck. Now we must resolve all the Psycho Ranger effects.
Here we go.
Do you have to move the one that was on Phantom Ranger first?
Fair point, yes. Psycho Green is going to have to attach to somebody else.
What was his ability?
The attached Ranger and another Ranger must each discard the top card of their deck. So I would recommend not Ashley because that will kill her.
Yeah, and you have 2 other Psychos attached to her already.
No, I have 1 Psycho attached to her.
Oh, Billy has 2?
Yes,
Yeah.
Billy
I
has
guess
2
I'm
by his
taking
own
green
request.
then.
Very well, green and red will be on you. Alright, so now the Psycho Ranger effects will engage. So, Kruger must discard the top card of his deck.
Okay.
So, Discipline goes to the discard.
Yeah.
Another Ranger must also discard the top card of their deck. So, it's going to have to be Billy, otherwise Ashley dies.
Yep.
So, Billy loses Knowledge as power.
How many cards does Billy have left in his deck?
3.
This is going to be bad. Okay.
Okay. Kruger must now take 4 damage from Psycho Red.
There's nothing I can do about it.
Discipline is 1, goes to the discard. Bark Orders is 2, goes to the discard. Shadow Slash is 2, goes back to the deck. You are alive. Barely.
How many cards
1
do I
card
have?
remaining. In your deck, 1.
I'm dead. Green insta kills me. I'm dead.
We already did greens.
We did
Oh,
green.
is that green? Okay.
No, we did green first.
okay.
That was the
Okay.
must discard top card of your deck.
Oh, this
Green
is
was
bad.
done first.
Okay.
All right, Psycho Yellow resolves on Ashley, and she must discard from her hand the card with the most shield. That is going to be the trick shot. So Ashley loses trick shot.
Mm-hmm.
Phantom Ranger is dead and does not matter. So with Billy, let's see here.
Unfortunately, I may have to burn Triceratops to save myself.
So Billy will drain 1 energy. So we'll just drain do we want to drain a pool energy or Billy's personal energy?
Pool.
Pool.
When pool energy is drained. And deal 2 damage to the attached ranger, so Billy will take 2 damage. Top card is Mighty Maces. 3 goes to the bottom. He still has 3 cards in his deck. Oh, actually. Also, if that's revealed for defense, we gain our energy back. And then Psycho Blue resolves. The attached ranger must discard from their hand the card with the highest energy cost. So, let's see.
Blaster.
That's going to be
Lance.
the Power Lance. Yeah, the Power
Yeah.
Lance will be discarded from Billy's hand by Power Lance.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is one thing I think I'm going to have to go to the Facebook group and bring up with Jonathan, is there needs to be a Psycho modification for if you're playing with less than 5 for the boss.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on. Conventions for games with 6 rangers. I should ask Jonathan, because it may be that if you're playing with less than 5, then you should only summon the number of Psycho Rangers equivalent to how many Rangers you have. That will probably be a good rule.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't say that, but that might be beneficial.
Yeah, we'd probably still lose that fight, though. Even with only 4 Psycho Rangers, we'd probably still lose that.
True.
It'd be better, yeah.
Yeah.
But if we had the Megazord, it'd be easier.
Yeah.
That would help.
Is that all of them?
Anyway. Yep, all Psychos have been resolved. We now get an attack.
So, I'm obviously going to burn the Saber before I fucking die, but I recommend ignoring Pink, because her card does fuck all.
Yeah. We need blue. We need to take out blue and yellow.
Or do you want me to take out? I was considering taking out the one that is not the fucking. I can't. What is it called? I can't read it. It's blurry.
Which one?
Fast.
The fast one that already resolved? That's Psycho Burst.
But that one's not the fast one.
Oh, no, the fast one. Sorry, Psycho Strike.
I'm considering taking out Psycho Strike because that's the only card left on the field that resolves all effects.
No. Path of Thorns does that too. Read.
It does if we kill it.
No, read the card.
Oh.
Can't.
If you attack it or an adjacent card, then we take 2 damage for attacking it, but it still causes all the effects to resolve.
So, but if I kill it, then the effects won't resolve because it'll be dead. There'll be nothing to resolve, right? The card will resolve, but there'll be no effect, right?
That is correct. So you would still take 2 damage for attacking it, but if it's dead, then the psycho effects would not resolve.
So I could Saber Pink. And how many cards do I have left?
1.
That would probably insta-kill me.
Yes, because the chances, and we know what it is because it went back, so it's worth 2. So yes, you could take out the Path of Thorns, but you'd be sacrificing your own life in the process.
Well, if I don't, I'm dead anyway, so I might as well Saber it. Because when it resolves, Red's just going to insta-kill me. So we're not getting a second fight. So y'all gonna have to. We're gonna have to pray on the next deployment if we survive this one.
There's only 4 spots remaining on the board. It is literally with 5 deployments. Even at the minimum deployments, a minimum of 5 will deploy. We lose anyway.
So that's game over. We can just stop it right here because no matter what we do, I'm dead, and I'm the only one with an action point. Because if I attack her,
Actually,
she kills me. If I don't attack her, she resolves and red kills me. So I don't survive. I can't survive the next turn. I'm just guaranteed dead at this point. So game over.
Does the 2 damage?
Wait.
Does the 2 damage have to go to him?
Yes. I'm gonna burn Triceratops to get cards back.
you can do that.
Sorry,
That is a
Ashley, you're the
strategy.
next sacrificial lamb. I'm too important.
All right, exhaust the card. Let any ranger to choose up to 2 cards in their discard and return them to the top of their deck in any order.
Give me the two cards that have the most shields. I need defense.
That's Shadow Slash and Bark Orders, which both have 2.
I don't have anything else with 3 in my deck? Or in the discard?
All 3 of your 3s are in your hand.
Okay.
Your 2 crowd controls and the Shadow Saber.
Okay. I'll take it.
So which one do you want? Not that it matters, but do you have a particular which one you want on the top of your deck? The Bark Orders or the Slash?
Oh, that's a good question. I will take the bark. I want on top put the slash. I want to keep the bark orders if I can.
Very well, goes there. Okay,
Which is probably not going to happen, but what the heck?
probably.
Well,
All
do you
right.
want to use Billy's ability to put a 3 shield on top?
Billy's ability?
The strategize. You could draw that top card and put one of your 3 shields on top.
Ooh, that's a good idea. Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, so you will draw your top card, which is the Slash. What would you like to put? One of your crowd controls, I assume? Because you're not going to put the
I have
Saber.
the slash now. Oh, I did that wrong. Oh, yeah, I'm going to put one of my crowd controls. Oh, well, I can use the slash. That's fine.
Doesn't hurt.
It's
All
one
right,
energy, 3 dice, right? Or sack a die to get 2 energy.
On
The
what?
slash.
Yes, sack a die, gain
Yeah,
2
otherwise
energy.
it's 3 dice. Okay. Kruger is going to unsheath the Shadow Saber and go ham on Psycho Pink.
Okay,
I've had enough of this.
very well. So that's the 2 pool energy and Kruger's personal energy.
Sorry, I'm taking all your energy. Ching.
All right. So you're going to go after the pink?
Yep.
Very well. Shadow Saber will be used. So roll a number of dice for this attack equal to the health value of the targeted enemy, which is all 6 dice that I have out here. Before rolling, remove for each hit token. There's no hit token. So basically 6 dice of attack are going to be rolled on it.
Right, and if there's any zeros, Ashley can do a whole mess of crap to this ranger.
Yeah, that's true.
And then you've also got rerolls and shit as well, haven't you?
I don't think there's any rerolls, but yeah.
Oh,
No, he has the.
Ashley will have to burn the last energy to use rapid fire, though.
Yeah, if I do that, it adds extra dice. Let's see. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8.
She's quite dead. Ching!
Yes, and also because I can, there is a singular 0 in there, so I'm going to give us an energy.
Excellent.
Ashley's ability. Free energy.
Woot!
Okay, so anyway, pink. So the Path of Thorns will die, and what's going to happen here? Let me double check the rules on how. I believe this doesn't happen until the end of the battle. Then things attach to Psycho Rangers, but let me see. Well, no, it has to happen mid-fight, otherwise it doesn't make any sense. Hang on. To the rules. Okay. That's assault mode. Page before that. Boss version. Okay, so... Okay. When the set of about 2 words are in a sequence, it involves effects in its location, these effects apply to Ranger. At the end of a battle, psycho enemy cards that were defeated in the battle are not placed in a discard. So at the end of the battle, they go under respective psychos, and it'll determine how many psychos we've defeated. Ones that are specific to Rangers will go to those Rangers.
Yeah.
Any generic ones we can apply to any Psychos that we want.
Fair.
So if we kill only one other card, we'll want to apply them both to Pink, and we can wipe out Pink.
Yeah. And then
depending on what else we
Pink
hit.
resolves. Does nothing. Our turn again.
Oh, that
What?
you attacked Pink, you take 2 damage.
Oh
for
yeah,
that.
that's true.
Yeah,
So
3
let's
shields go
resolve
to the
that
bottom.
first. 3 shields, crowd control goes to the bottom. You still got all your cards, and that's resolved. And now, as you were saying,
Pink resolves.
the dead card is the dead Pink resolves.
Our turn again.
Next Ranger attack.
How much energy have we got
2.
left? 2.
2 Ashley's personal and the one in the pool right now, but we do have our Children and Mega V4. We can both pop for energy.
What does blue do? 3 different Rangers must each discard from their hand the card with the highest energy cost.
Yeah, so that being the case, basically Billy would lose the maces, Ashley would lose either one of her rapid fires or the precise shot. Kruger loses crowd control, which doesn't matter a damn anyway. And yeah, that's about it. So that was not super destructive against us.
Yeah. How many cards do you have in your deck? Does Kage have in his deck?
At the moment, Billy the Blue
3?
Ranger has 3 cards in his deck.
Okay, you're good.
Do I use Mighty Maces on blue?
That's what I was thinking.
That makes strategical sense because you're going to lose it anyway.
Yeah.
So you might as well throw the maces at it, and 3 dice that'll, with any luck, be enough to kill it. And that'll take the axe out, and then we'll have 1 on pink and 1 on blue. And then if we can just, if nothing else in the fight, if we can throw 3 damage at the Psycho Burst, we can kill one of those 2 Rangers. Because the problem is, because the card's attached to their specific Ranger, if we want to kill a Psycho, we have to kill either the Burst or the Assault. Otherwise, we won't kill any Psychos.
Or that first one. That fast. You keep skipping over the fast card. That's a generic as well.
Oh yeah, the Psycho
Which
Strike,
would be,
yes.
which is
Any
going to
of
be the
those-
next target because I don't want all that crap to resolve again.
That's a good call. All right. So anyway, so we're going to use the pool energy to use pool. Actually, no, we have 3 energy because Billy has a personal. We have 3 energy remaining.
That's right. I'll use mine and use Mighty Maces on Psycho
Right.
Blue.
Billy's personal energy on the Mighty Maces on blue. 3 dice on Psycho Blue. Sounds like a plan.
Good luck.
Psycho Blue currently has 4 remaining health. Three. Not quite enough.
Damn. Okay.
Do you want Ashley to burn the remaining energy to add 2 dice to that attack?
Do we want to get rid of it? I'm guessing so.
Sure.
I mean, here's the question, though. Yeah, it's going to be annoying, but I don't think it's going to kill anybody. At this point, really, the only thing it's going to do is cost us crowd control and one of Ashley's cards. I don't think it's worth wasting Ashley's second thing on, because it'd be better to focus extra damage on the generic card so we can actually kill some Psychos.
Right, but if we kill this, that's 1 to blue, so it's be the same as... And this one already has a damage on it, so it makes more sense to kill this.
Yes, but we still need to kill generic ones to kill anything.
We're going to. We have another turn. We'll kill it.
Yes, but if I burn with Ashley, we have another turn and only 1 energy for the rest of the game.
We won't use it because when we next take damage, we can use Pyramidas and kill it.
That's true.
Yeah, what does Pyramidas do?
Pyramidas, when you reveal a card for defense, add a shield to it, gain an energy, and deal a damage to an enemy card. So yes, we can just kill that with Pyramidas.
Okay, so yeah, don't use the energy then.
So then we'll hold on to Ashley. Let me get some more damage tokens over
We'll
here.
just have to eat the effect.
Yeah, but again, the effect is not really harming anybody because the cards it's going to get rid of are not anything that we were going to really use anyway.
So the next one activates all effects, doesn't it?
Right, so we're going to want to kill that if at all humanly
we're
possible.
going to, but let's resolve this card first.
Okay. This is going to resolve. 3 different Rangers must
So all
each
of us.
discard from their hand the card. So you still have to discard another card from your hand, though, Kage.
Discard the card from
Yeah,
the hand
that's
with
fine.
what? The highest energy cost?
No, just
no,
a
with
card.
I know
Is
the
it?
highest. No, the highest energy
Okay.
cost. So
Well,
in this
that's right,
case,
I-
you get your choice because they're all equivalent to 0. So
Yeah.
Um,
So
so like that's my other crowd control. Or it's either going to be the crowd control or the slash.
slash.
I'll ditch the crowd control. The
Yeah.
slash is better.
I would say get rid of the crowd control. Ashley is going to go ahead and get rid of. Well, there's no guard. I feel like we could safely get rid of Astro Blaster. How about that?
How about you get rid
It's
of?
either that or
I was gonna say you could get rid of precise shot instead, so that way you'll have Astral Blaster if you have energy and you can pump with it.
I could.
It's up to you.
A precise shot also deals a guaranteed damage.
Precise
but
shot's
either
also
way.
your only attack.
So why would you tell me to get rid of it?
Oh, I really want to use that on you, but that's just not a good attack. Crap. Well, it's up to you. Yeah, I'll probably get rid of Astral Blaster, I guess.
All right, we'll get rid of the Astro Blaster. All right, done. Now. All right,
wait,
so next,
no, that doesn't work. Astral Blaster is considered 0. You have to get rid of one of your rapid fires. Because it's an X. X is considered 0.
Oh, it's the highest cost. You're right. I think it's the lowest cost. All right, one rapid fire's gone then. Easy enough decision. And then
So that's our turn.
wait. And then Kruger got rid of crowd control, and then Billy got rid of his other thing. So fair.
Oh.
No, wait. Did Billy? Wait, what did Billy
Crowd
get rid
control.
of?
nothing.
Oh, Billy got rid of the
you had
maces.
crowd control.
That's only.
No, I haven't. I haven't
No,
given up my highest card.
He
I get to
attacked with
pick.
the maces. He has to give up another card.
Do I just get rid of Blade Blaster? Because there's not much point in having it.
Yeah, we don't have enough energy for that to be worthwhile.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
Gone. Okay. So we need to do something with the Psycho Strike before it resolves.
We have 1 energy.
We have 1 energy.
Oh, I hate to do this.
Unless we pop a Zord, either Artillatron or Mega V1.
I really
Mega V4.
really didn't want to have to do this, but burn the less energy to slash it. It's the only thing we have that can kill it right now.
Okay. So Shadow Slash will engage.
And I am not going to get energy. I'm going all in.
Very well. 3 dice onto the Psycho Strike. We need 4 to kill it.
Now, of course, that means we can't kill anything else.
We got 3. Not quite enough.
Did we roll any zeros?
No, we rolled 3
Oh,
ones.
Jesus. Crap. Yeah, we're host. That's game. Because that insta kills me. So that might insta kill me.
That, or we just use Pyramidas on that.
Yes, but the effect still has to resolve. It doesn't matter.
The Pyramidas, you can only use it when you're taking damage.
Yeah, when you reveal a card for defense.
So we could use it when red hits me. That might actually save me. Who else will be taking damage from a Psycho Ranger?
Billy Pink deals damage.
How much?
2.
Can he survive that? Probably not with all the discards off the deck, because green will force the discards off the deck too.
Yes.
Yeah, I think one of us is going down. We can't save both of us. Because between the discards and the massive red damage, I'm gonna fucking die. Pyramidas could probably save one of us.
Well, Billy has 3 cards. He can survive the 2
Probably better
damage.
to save me because I'm the one with the action point, huh?
Detached Ranger, another Ranger must discard top card. Yeah, right. Okay. Yeah, so Billy will have 2 cards to survive 2 damage.
Should have used Squad Commander. Now that I think about it.
Squad commander?
Your ability.
Character ability.
For what?
It did. I suppose it does the same damage as
Yeah,
Slash,
it's the
but
same
Yeah, it
the
would have
cost.
been
same
3. It
amount of dice.
would have been 3 dice either way.
Yeah.
And we've used the other 2 abilities.
For this fight, yeah.
Yeah.
Where? Oh. I mean, it sucks we didn't draw any of the defensive cards. That's what hurt us. We had no defensive cards whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
So do we just want to resolve?
how many cards do I have in my
go
deck?
from there?
3?
3.
2?
3.
One of them is the one on the bottom is the 3 shield because that's my other.
And so one way or another, you're guaranteed to survive red.
How much damage does red do?
4. And since your bottom is 3, as long as the card above it isn't a 1, you survive.
Yeah. Okay, let's go ahead and resolve and see what happens.
Also, technically speaking, we can actually help that a little bit because we get the choice of the order in which to resolve the effects. So we can do red's damage first and then discard a card.
I'd rather not, because if we do red's damage first, and I get down to one card, and then I'm forced to discard, that's going to kill me. I'd rather do the discard first.
Fair point.
So green resolves first. I'm calling it.
Okay, so we're going to go with green resolves.
Well, you have to tap the card first.
I know, tapping the card, resolve all psycho effects.
Okay. So, green forces the top card to be discarded?
Yeah, detached ranger, another ranger must discard the top card of the deck. So you discard a Bark Orders, that's worth 2.
Oof.
And Billy's going to have to discard a card. Billy discards Acknowledges Power, worth 2.
Ouch.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then resolve Psycho Red. You're going to take 4 damage, Kruger, unless you want to...
Well, let me see what the first card is.
Shadow Slash, 2 shields. So you're going to survive.
Okay.
Because you're losing it either way, so it's not worth using Pyramidas on that, necessarily.
Yeah, well, somebody's dying because when that last card resolves, it's insta-killing whoever it targets. And we can't kill that last one, so yeah.
All right, well, we'll see what happens. So your Shadow Slash is going to discard. Yes, that's what we're doing.
Yep.
For what?
Your last one is Crowd Control for the Psycho Red.
Oh, yeah, because I have to take the damage, yeah.
And that's 2, yeah. Then Crowd Control is 3, goes back, you're still alive. Alright, so Ashley has to discard from her hand the card with the most shield, so it's either Precise Shot or Rapid Fire.
Rapid Fire.
Okay, Rapid Fire gone. And then we're going to come down here, so Psycho Pink is going to drain 1 energy. There's no energy in the shared pool, so the option is either Ashley can put her energy in the pool and let it drain, or somebody has to discard a card to offset that.
Sack the energy.
Let it drain the energy?
Well, because we have Zords.
Okay, energy is drained. And then deal 2 damage to Billy. Tactical Strike is 2, goes to the discard. Billy has 1 card remaining in his deck. So we're all down to 1 card.
Do we want to use Pyramidas on that?
Let's Pyramidas.
Yeah.
Okay, Pyramidas will be tapped. This gains a shield, which means it's 3, which means it goes to the bottom. It saves it for Billy. We gain an energy back. And now, do we want to kill the blue, or do we want to kill the Psycho Strike to guarantee that one of the Psychos is defeated this round.
Well, we're going to guarantee both of them die, so target the blue.
How are we going to guarantee both of them die?
Because your precise shot does a guaranteed damage.
Your point?
You attack the one that survives and it dies.
Not what I mean. To defeat a Psycho Ranger, there must be 2 defeated cards under its character
Again,
card.
Pyramidas kills one, you kill the other. What are you not understanding?
Because then you need to kill a 4th card. What are you killing?
No, but we're still going to get rid of a Psycho Ranger. If we take out blue first, then we get our pick of do we want to kill blue or do we want to kill pink? If we take out the number 4 right now, it makes more sense to go with pink because she's the one that's hurt. But we could still do blue because that's a guaranteed kill too. My point is they're both guaranteed to die.
So it's just a matter of which effect we don't want to take anymore.
Yeah. Well, I'm talking about the 2 cards. The blue card and then the generic card are both guaranteed to die.
Yeah.
And then once we kill the generic, we can choose which ranger we want to take out of the fight.
And both of them are the 2 Rangers that are attached to Billy, so either way it helps Billy.
Yeah. That's, of course, assuming we survive yellow and generic over there, which somebody is dying at the end of this, guaranteed, so. Because none of us can survive 6 damage. That ain't happening.
That's right. So we gain the 1 energy back and we just put the damage on blue?
Yeah, it's kill blue.
Alright, so then we'll just kill off. So then the Psycho Axe is defeated. So now we just, once we kill that last card, then one of those...
and then Ashley will turn around and shoot the other card and kill it, so you can flip that one over too.
Well, hang on a minute, we're not there yet.
It's our turn, so yes, we are.
I know, but calm yourself, young. I'm just trying to gain my bearings here.
Think faster.
I shot it, or Billy can counter jab it. Same difference.
Yeah, or that. What else does counter jab do? It's the same, exact same thing. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's the exact same card either way. Also, the thing to keep in mind on that, luckily there will be no more resolution of the Psycho abilities in this fight. So that's a good thing. But the Psycho Yellow that's going to resolve next is 3 different Rangers have to each discard from their hand the card with the most shields. Which means we're all going to be down to 1 card after this. Which means actually, let me, in that case...
How many cards are in your guys' decks? You have 1. How many does...
We all have 1.
So it's probably better if we kept...
that's not...
kept rapid fire. If I used tactical strike on one of the last 2, and we use rapid fire with the 1 energy we gain back with Pyramidas.
What the hell is rapid fire?
Your card.
No, you had me get rid of the rapid fire.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. If we had it.
Yeah. But we don't have it.
Oh yeah, you do have that.
Anyway.
You know what? What does the next card do?
We each have to discard from our hand the card with the most shields, which means if I don't use Precise Shot, I'm going to lose it, and Billy's going to lose Tactical Strike.
What else does he have in his hand?
Just the counter jab. And the jab has 1 shield, the strike is 2, so Billy will lose the Tactical Strike, I will lose the Precise Shot, and you'll lose Bark Orders. So you may as well use your Bark Orders to save one of our cards for our deck to buy defense.
That's what I was going to do, but I was going to see which one made the most sense.
Well, that's the question.
If we didn't lose cards, it would work, but...
Yeah, because you'll use Bark Orders, but then when that resolves, you're going to lose your Judgment, so you're going to be basically out of the fight, except for your ability.
We're all going to be out. If that's the case, then Precise Shot is my choice, because it has 2 shields. It does the most good on top of the deck. Because, like, Counter Jab's ability is useless, because we can't do enough damage to make that worthwhile.
there's one other counter option.
Mm-hmm.
There's one other option. Because I believe, do we have any energy?
We can get energy. We have none at the moment.
We have no energy because I had a token sitting here. I didn't know why. I'm just going to note, if you popped a Zord to gain an energy, you could use Kruger's ability, which is 3 dice, to attack yellow, and hope that it's not a likelihood, but you could try to kill it, and we wouldn't have to lose any of those cards. Then we could use either Precise Shot or Counter Jab to take out the Psycho Strike. Somebody will die on the Assault, and we can get one more attack off, and possibly take out the Psycho Burst. Although that wouldn't really matter because it'd be an odd number of cards, so that wouldn't help anything anyway. But
It would still be one less card we have to kill in the next fight.
hang on, let me see what this says here.
Because I'm pretty sure they stay attached.
No, I don't believe they do. That's what I'm checking.
But that's BS.
Hang on. At the end of a battle, Psycho Ranger enemy cards that were defeated in the battle are not placed, in a discard pile. Instead, each weapon card or path card is placed under the deployment of the associated Psycho, and every other card can be placed under the deployment of any Psycho Ranger present in the location. So, yeah, we could stick it under a different Psycho. So, actually, yeah, that would work. So, we took the extra one out, it would be one extra card on another Psycho.
If you want to risk it and risk me not being able to use Bark Orders, yeah, we can burn an energy and I can try to punch Cycle Yellow. But you basically have to roll a near perfect roll for this to work.
I know, which is one of the reasons I'm nervous about it. It may be better to just use the Bark Orders to make sure we at least get to use our cards. Because if worst comes to worst, we can use our cards. But because we could still try to attack the yellow with your thing afterward, even if we lose our cards. Yeah. It's just we're not going to have anything left to kill off that last card on the top necessarily.
Yeah, I think we go with the Bark Orders because that's at least a guaranteed kill. Because if I do this and I don't kill it, we lose our chance at the guaranteed kill.
What do you think, Kurama?
Well, actually, no, we don't, because Kurama would still be able to kill it with counter jab, so we could risk it.
Risk it for the biscuit.
You think we should risk it?
Well, we're going to have to, because what we've got, if all 3 of us die, somehow, amazingly, that's it. We're done. So
yeah. Well, that's not going to happen because they can only target one of us. But yes. Okay. So what do you want me to? We're going to be down to one sword for the next fight. What do you want me to use? The Mega V4 or the Artillotron?
Well, we were doing that. I thought you were going to use the Bark Orders.
No, I'm going to punch it in the face.
You want him to punch it, Kage? You're going to go the risk?
So we won't get the Bark Orders, but we can still get the guaranteed kill. That's the trade-off. Because Kage will still have counter jab, which will guarantee the kill. But then none of us will have any cards, and we'll just eat the last attack. Someone will die, and that'll end the fight.
yeah, we'll just do that. Make it V4.
So we're going to make it.
I was actually thinking burn the well. We haven't seen anything with guards.
Well, the Artillotron is during it. The Artillotron is during an attack.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Yeah, so you have to use the V4.
Okay.
All right, exhaust this card at any time, gain an energy. Nobody's going to draw any cards because they'll die, so that won't help anybody. But
we need a god roll, Jim. We need a god roll.
Well, I'm not guaranteeing anything.
Snake Eyes.
Yeah, right. Okay, so we're targeting the Psycho Slinger, right?
Yep.
All right.
What we need 2-2-1.
Yep.
Yeah, pretty much. If I hadn't gotten rid of the rapid fire, then we pop the other Artillotron as part of the attack, then we could potentially have had the extra dice if we got zeros, but we don't have that option right now.
I was just thinking of you having an attack. That's why I suggested that card to keep.
Mm-hmm. I mean, If you want to make it easier, the other thing is we could pop our Teletron, get the energy. I could use the energy to apply the Astro Blaster to pump it up by 1. Which would mean we only need to roll 4 on the 3 dice instead of 5.
You still have the Astro Blaster? I thought we got rid of it.
No, you ended up telling me to get rid of the Rapid Fire instead. Or we had to because it was the higher energy card. So, I mean, if we want to blow the last Zord right now, considering the likelihood that we're not going to survive this fight anyway, or at the very least that we're not going to win the second fight, we could blow the Artillotron. I could apply Astro Blaster for 1 energy, and that would allow us to get 1 guarantee hit on it, and we only need to roll 4 on these 3 dice instead of 5, which would increase the likelihood that we could defeat it, and then it would just be a matter of we could finish off the Psycho Strike, somebody would die on the Assault, we could try to take out the Burst, and at the very least we'd have taken out 2 of the Psychos, which would actually leave Billy completely free and clear for the second fight.
Alright, I am also going to use the Artillotron to get the energy. You're not going to spend it yet. Because it's your card is a reaction, which means you can roll first and then decide to use it.
No. Play this card to allow any ranger to ignore the guard keyword when choosing a target for the attack. So it has to be at the point the target is being designated.
Because I don't want to have to use it if we don't need it. That's the thing. Because our resources are so thin, tough. I don't know if it's worth...
Well, make a decision.
Should we just burn all the resources and have nothing going into the final fight, then?
Well, we're pretty much going to have to survive this, I'm guessing.
I mean, if you really want to just burn everything and risk overkill, be my guest. Alright, we'll Astral Blast it. Let's see if it's a waste of energy.
Alright, so we... Teletron popped, energy used, Astral Blaster uses the energy. We had 1 energy, 1 damage to it, so that deals 1 damage to the Psycho Slayer, so we need 4 on these dice in order to kill it. That just didn't roll. Hang on, let me try that again. That didn't roll. Okay. Only 3. Off by 1.
God damn it.
We got a 0 in there, so we could use Ashley's thing if we had it, but we did not have it. So, alright, so that Psycho Slinger is going to resolve, and we're going to lose, let's see, the Tactical Strike. Wait, what does it say? The card with the most shields, yeah, so this is going to be gone. So the Tactical, so that we just used. The Tactical Strike is going to go. Ashley only has 1 card left, so the Precise Shot is gone. So therefore, we have left is the Judgment, the Bark Orders, and the Counter Jab.
Right. The most shields?
So at the very least...
so Bark Orders goes away.
Oh, right, because you have to lose 1, yeah. So you're remaining Judgment, which can buy us some energy for the next round.
Tactical Strike goes away.
I already got rid of that.
The question is...
Judgment,
what are we going to insta-kill? We have 2 choices. Do you want to remove a Psycho from the board, or do you want to put a 3rd Psycho on the ropes? So our Psycho choices for removing from the board right now are pink and blue.
Mm-hmm.
And I say Kage makes the decision because he's the one initiating the attack.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think we're going to be better off getting rid of one of the Psychos completely, so he's not in play next round.
Well, obviously, but which do you want to get rid of, pink or blue, is the question.
No, I was asking whether you wanted to guarantee get rid of a Psycho or take out Psycho Yellow's card and put him on the ropes as well. Because you can guarantee kill that because he's down to 1 as well. Kage saying probably better off to just take out one of the Psychos completely.
Yeah, I would tend to agree with that.
So what are blue and pink's abilities again?
Pink drains an energy and deals 2 damage to you. Blue makes you discard the card in your hand with the highest energy cost.
We'll get rid of blue.
All right. Well, either way, we're gonna have to do the attack there.
So
So
yeah, so we'll use counter jab on
okay,
the minion.
on the Psycho Strike, I assume.
Yeah.
All right. So Psycho Strike defeated,
Yeah, no matter which one of those
and
two you get rid of, it doesn't really matter because
you got one on the dice. Not that it
it's like
matters.
you get rid of blue, which means you don't have to discard the highest energy cost, but you're not going to have the energy to use it anyway because pink is just going to drain your energy, and we're going in with like almost no energy anyway.
No.
Not necessarily, Jeff, because this is a boss. At the end of the fight, you can use Judgment to give us 3 energy.
Well, you're assuming I'm. Oh yeah, I guess I'm going to survive, huh? Because I have the action.
Because you have to trigger the battle. So
God.
basically, at this point, and given that he's in a better position, at this point it makes more sense to sacrifice Ashley, and then Billy will survive. So you'll have Kruger, Billy, and a fully powered up Phantom Ranger in the second
So basically,
fight.
I'm going to go into the fight just to be a sacrificial lamb because all I'm going to have is the one card in my deck. I won't have a hand. Because you do realize Judgment's
Pretty
my
much.
last card.
I know.
So I'm going to be useless in the next
Which-
fight, or yeah, I'm just going to be useless in the next fight. I'm just going to go in and instantly die.
Yeah, but you'll at least have number one, you'll at least have a bunch of energy.
Well, I'll have one energy, but yeah.
There'll be a bunch of energy. Remember, your last card is a 3, so unless you get hit for more than 3 damage in a shot, you'll survive.
True. Well, so I'll just be a tank, I guess. Well, I'm going to be hit. Well, it depends. If I get, are we allowed to change the rangers across battle, or do they stick to the same ranger? Because if I get stuck with Red Ranger again, he's just going to insta-kill me because he does 4 damage.
When the Psycho Rangers are rolled in a battle, place 2 rows of 3 enemy cards. Psycho Rangers. That would be using 6. Yeah, because it specifically says that when the boss deployment card is revealed, you carry out that special deployment. So I don't think they move.
So I'm dead. First round, I'm dead regardless because Red just insta-kills me.
Depends on what Psychos play and what ability, what the first card is that triggers an ability.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, fuck, we did this wrong.
What?
The effects that resolve are only the ones that are actually in the fight. Red never entered the fight. The only Psycho Rangers we ever had in this fight were blue, pink, and yellow. Red never should have resolved.
That's not how that works.
Are you sure?
Yes.
What's the rule that says that? Because I was under the understanding that only the Rangers that actually, Psycho Rangers that enter the fight, i.e. have cards in the fight, resolve.
When a Psycho Ranger enemy card instructs the player to resolve all Psycho effects, resolve the special effects of all Psycho Ranger deployment cards attached to Rangers in that location.
Oh. Yeah, then I'm just dead regardless.
But we don't know. It could be 4 cards in before we have one that triggers those effects.
It could be. We can try.
As I say, there's a possibility.
So, who's the sacrificial lamb? Ashley?
I think so because Billy has 2 cards in his deck, so he can,
Oh, wait. No, you have to survive. You're the one with the action point.
No, I don't. I triggered the fight.
Did you? Oh, okay.
Yeah, neither Billy nor I have an action point.
Okay.
It doesn't matter.
And Billy has cards, so yeah, okay.
Yeah, so Billy has 2 cards, and we're going to kill off one of his psychos. So he'll be in a better position anyway. So it makes more sense to kill off Ashley right now because
and
Billy
Phantom
will
is
have...
going to have to solo the Psycho Rangers because chances are Billy and Kruger are going down next fight.
That's a very good chance that, yes, but as long as they absorb a lot of the damage, that'll open up Phantom to use whatever's in his hand to attack stuff.
Assuming he gets anything worthwhile.
Which he might. We'll see. All right.
All right.
So anyway, the Psycho Assault's going to resolve, which is going to deal 6 damage. So
wait,
that's
how
going to
many
kill
cards?
Ash.
Wait, stop. How many? No, it's over. We lost.
No, it's not.
We had to kill at least 4 cards. We had to. Because we have to kill 10 cards. So and you said we lose on a second deployment, we lost. That's over because we did not kill a fourth card. That's game over. Just by pure math, that's game over. We lost. Because 10 cards must die for the Psycho Rangers to lose. We cannot kill 10 cards. We can't even kill 6, the entire field in the next fight. Let's look at that first. But we don't have the ability, the opportunity to even kill 10 before the round ends. And you yourself said we lose on the next deployment guaranteed. So that's game. We lost. By pure math, we lost. But we did better than I thought we were going to do. We took out 3 cards. That's
We
pretty
might as well
impressive.
finish playing the game because it gives us experience against the Psycho cards.
I mean, we can. Either way, alright, so Ashley dies. Moving on.
Alright, hold on a second. Let me think her. Okay, so Ashley's last card is a Star Slinger, which is 3. Doesn't matter. Ashley is defeated. Hang on.
What?
But that begs the question, though. So they stay attached, but I guess they would still only shift at defeat, I suppose.
Wait, if they don't shift, then does that mean Phantom is going to walk into the fight with nothing attached to him?
Yes, as I read the rules.
And then once one of us dies, he's just going to get everything shunted onto him. He's not. He's going to die too. We're all going to die in the next fight because the minute one of us goes down, everything starts getting shunted, and eventually Phantom's going to get everything on him. And the next time they all resolve, he just insta dies.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think we're even going to make it through the next round. I think we're all dead in the next round.
Probably.
Well, might as well shunt Pink onto me then. Oh shit, you
Hang
have
on.
2, don't you? Pink and who else?
No, I don't have any. I only have yellow.
Who has Pink? Oh, Kage
Pink
has
and
Pink.
blue are on. Pink and blue are on Billy.
Right, so I got 3 on me. Jeez, unless you want to put yellow on Billy. But yeah, on first resolve, I'm dead anyway because green will make me discard an insta kill me. So I'm guaranteed dead. Stretch.
We're all gonna die anyway. We do this.
Let me get more drink.
Get some more drink.
Also, I would say put pink on Billy because he no longer has blue because we killed blue.
He already has pink.
Sorry, yellow. Whatever, you know what I meant.
Hmm. Hmm.
What is your malfunction?
No, I'm just trying to find if there's anything about the shifting of the cycles from one to another when Rangers are defeated. Yeah, I don't see anything here about the.
Your
It doesn't
librarian
seem.
powers have failed you.
Just because nobody's asked a question yet in terms of the because most people using the psychos are playing assault mode or using them as a monster. Um,
Yeah, but assault
so
mode ends with the Psychos as a boss, does it not? So I'm surprised the question hasn't come up.
yeah, but the it's slightly different. It's maybe not that different. Anyway, um, yeah, I don't know. So cards attached to them. The battle, the card in a battle, so there's going to be cards. Yeah, that's a particular ruling I don't see in regards to how the psycho attachments shift around if Rangers die in the middle of a fight. It's an interesting question. I think we're gonna have to house rule it for the time being.
Well, we already did it once. We might as well continue with what we're doing.
So we're gonna shift it over.
Yeah. Well, we already shifted one because Phantom died.
True.
So just stick
All
with the
right.
same rule. So,
All right.
Billy, you get another Ranger.
All right. So the
Oh,
battle's
let me
anyway. The
Ranger.
battle's gonna end. Um, do you want to use the judgment to build up the energy, Shadow? Because remember one thing: when you use the judgment, the card also goes on top of your deck, so you get a little extra defense out of it too. Or you can just ignore me and not say anything. I guess that works too. We apologize for the slight lag in the gameplay, folks.
Just use it.
Yeah, I know. So we'll just take we're taking a few minute downtime here, folks. We will definitely resolve the last fight. We already know that we lost. We're not going to win this game because even if the fight goes well, we're going to die on deployment anyway. So if you're waiting with bated breath to see if we win, folks, we're not winning. The game is basically over. We're just figuring out what we're going to do for the sake of gaining a little more experience in how the psycho cards work. So if
Yes,
you're
I made
hanging
a
around
judgment,
waiting
and
to
I
see if we're
fell.
going to win, then yeah, not
Ow.
winning.
So yes, pop judgment.
Pop judgment.
Yeah. Ow.
Pop judgment. What?
Pop judgment.
Oh, the card judgment. I got confused. Okay, judgment is popped. 3 energy is gained in the pool for the last ranger turn. And therefore, with the battle resolved, those 3 energy will go to. Well, one of them is useless, but each of the 2 of you will at least get your energy back. The last one, there's not a ranger here to take, so you're at least each getting your personal energy back. And then at the end of the fight, we're going to take these 3 cards out of here. And you said you wanted to kill off pink?
Or
blue?
Blue. I think it was
Okay.
blue.
Very well, then. Blue will have these 2 cards.
Blue was the remove card from hands, wasn't it?
Correct.
Yeah, get rid of blue.
And then Psycho Pink has the Path of Thorns on it already. So blue is gone, but you will gain yellow by virtue of Ashley's death.
Yeah.
All right, so that's done.
So I've got 1 card in hand and 2 in the deck.
No, you have no cards in your hand.
No cards in my hand. 2 in the deck.
Yep.
No. I think Mighty Mace is on the bottom.
Possibly.
I don't think there's much of a point in me drawing, is there?
I mean, you could do it just to make it look like you're trying.
So Phantom Ranger comes back fully healed, full set of cards.
Yep.
Ashley.
So, what's going on?
I'm posting in the Facebook group to hopefully get answers to questions. But in the meantime,
Alright.
we're at the point where the battle has ended. So, Phantom Ranger is going to use his remaining action to come back to the battle location. Ashley is defeated in the command center. That's another life gone.
Does Phantom have a hand?
No, but Phantom just got his deck right together, so he's going to draw a hand.
Alright.
So he will draw a 5-card hand. If you're thinking, so he's going to need to take all 5 cards, so we'll give him a 5-card hand and see what we got. So as a reminder, Kruger has 2 cards in his deck, the top of which is Judgment, and the bottom of which is a 3 shielder. So you have 4 shields in your deck. Billy has 2 cards in his deck. I don't know how many shields he has.
Oh, Judgment goes to the top of the deck?
Yeah, that's its effect. After it's used, it goes to the top of your deck.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's handy.
Yeah. So you get an extra card. Alright. Alright, so Phantom Ranger.
Still not going to make a difference. I'm dead on the first thing. But that's cool.
Mm-hmm. Alright. So let me just clean up these battle cards here. These cards were not defeated, so they will go back into the Psycho deck.
Yes. Oh, we're going to have to deal with some Psycho Red cards this time, probably. That's not going to be pretty.
There's a good chance of this. Alright. So, I guess Kruger's going to trigger the final battle?
Oh, yeah. I'm the one that has to do it, huh? Yeah.
Yep. There's nothing else we can do, so...
Wish we had more action points to abandon this fight and try to clear some enemies, but...
That is not a valid option. Now, the only way that's going to work is if you choose to, instead of sending Phantom to that fight, if you send Phantom to another location, you could punch a couple of foot soldiers.
Phantom has 1 action point.
Oh, that's right, he can't trigger a fight if he does that. Never mind. Alright, well, here we go. So, we're going to have for this fight Psycho Burst again. The Yellow Ranger's Path of Venom.
Oh, no.
While this card is in play, each time a Ranger reveals a card for defense, remove 1 shield from that card.
Oh, God. Really?
And when it resolve all Psycho effects. We have the Red Ranger's Path of Flame.
Green's not even going to have to do anything. Red's just going to kill me because Yellow's backing him up.
While this card is in play, each time a defeated enemy card resolves, deal 3 damage.
Oof.
So defeating cards does not
You're
save
muted,
you when
Kage.
that comes out.
Yeah. No, I'm just reading all the cards and laughing.
Oh.
Psycho Blue's Path of Froth. Why are all the path cards next to each other? Jesus, that's not fair.
Because
Resolve
you
all
suck.
effects.
Because you suck at shuffling.
Apparently. While this card is in play, the shared energy pool cannot be greater than 2. Drain any excess energy.
Oh, that's... You know what that means, right?
Okay, hang on a minute. No, because this is like all the path cards are coming up here next to each other. This is ridiculous.
You know how
You
broken...
shuffled.
You know how broken Blue's ability is. You know what that actually means, right?
What does that mean?
Read what it says.
Yep.
You cannot have more than 2 energy in the pool.
Okay.
If you're playing strictly by the rules, that means you cannot play a card whose energy cost is greater than 2, because you can't put 3 energy in the pool.
Well, you can, because you can use your personal energy directly without it being in the pool.
But when you use your personal energy, you have to put it in the pool for it to be used. You can't use it as personal energy if you're playing strictly by the rules.
No, yes, you can.
That's not what you told me.
I believe this. Let me see. Hang on. Take the shared energy into the shared pool. Rangers who are participating in the battle may add their own stored energy tokens to the shared energy pool at any time and spend unused actions to gain energy. The shared energy pool. Where's the thing about setting up the shared energy pool at the start of the battle? Take 2 to shared energy pool. The power is known as a shared energy pool. Therefore, the combat sequence. No, it doesn't say. I think you can use your personal energy. You only have to put your personal energy into the pool first if someone else is going to use your personal energy. If you are using your personal energy, you can just use it.
Okay. Well, it's irrelevant. Remove that card because blue is dead.
That is a good point. Blue is dead, so that will go to the bottom of the deck then, since he is not in the fight. Instead, we replace it with the green Path of Cruelty. While this card is in play, the first time each ranger plays a card in this battle, they must discard the top card of their deck.
Wow. Yeah, we're all dead. That's it. That's game.
We have a Psycho Strike, which has Fast.
So that insta-kills how many of us?
2 damage to each, we'll say. And then we have Pink's Psycho Bow, which has Guard. Drain 2 energy, deal 3 damage to the ranger with the fewest cards in their deck.
Well, the first one is deal 2 damage and then resolve all abilities. That's just going to kill all of us.
You've got 5 all effects.
Yeah.
Now here's a question. We're going to have to house rule this until you talk to Jonathan Yang. What happens if the first effect that resolves kills the ranger, but that ranger has more than 2 Psycho Rangers attached to it? Does that mean the remaining Psycho Rangers must attach to a new ranger and then the effect immediately resolves on said attached rangers?
That's a good question.
Yeah, because we did that earlier.
Well, we haven't had actually. We have not encountered this where if the ranger dies to the first effect.
We had Phantom Ranger earlier.
But he only had one. He only had one.
Yeah, so I don't know whether it'll be the same rule or not. But because he had the one ranger, we moved him and then activated the effect. So
I guess my question is, does death nullify and counter does it basically make the rest of the effects attached to the dead ranger resolve before that the Psycho Rangers move? That's the question.
Yeah.
What do you think, Jim? You're the house. What's the house rule on that?
I have no clue.
Because once that resolves, whatever hits me first is probably going to kill me.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so we got fast, so we're resolving the first one first.
That's why I asked.
Yes.
So what does it do? 2 damage to each ranger. And then activate all effects. Well, that kills... Me. And me, probably. Because I'm going to lose the first card.
Probably me too.
For damage.
Which means whatever effect activates next is going to kill me. Does the third effect then go on to whoever gets the next card? Because if that's the case, that means Phantom Ranger's going to inherit at least half the effects because we're both going to die to the first effect.
Well, it doesn't matter because if both of us die, we're done. Because there's only 2 lives left. Phantom Ranger will be by himself, but as soon as Phantom Ranger
there's
dies,
only because Ashley used one. There's only 1 life left.
Oh, there's only 1 left.
So if I die,
Kruger died and came back, Phantom died and came back, Ashley died and is in the command center. So one of you can die, but the second one of you goes down, it's over anyway.
Yeah. So with the first card, we're done.
Now, let's resolve it and we'll see.
So house rule.
Because we both only have 2 cards in our deck, don't we?
Oh, right. So we take damage, and then Kreen just immediately kills both of us.
Yeah.
Good point.
Well, it would kill one of us, because Green can take you plus Phantom. Because it doesn't have to be me that takes that extra one. But the cards that are on me
Pink.
will probably kill me anyway.
If
'Cause I
Pink will
lose
do
my
another
first
2
card.
damage, that'll probably kill you.
So we'll resolve the first card then.
Alright, Jim, deal the 2 damage to everybody.
Alright, so with fast, Psycho Burst resolves, deal 2 damage to each ranger, and then resolve, let's deal 2 damage first.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, Phantom Ranger's going to play Invisible here. He's not going to take any damage.
Would it be better for him to use that on one of us to protect us, so we don't insta-lose?
Fair point. Who wants to live?
What's in Kage's deck?
Hang on, before we do that, but one more thing before we do that, by the way. I know you guys usually only have 2, but you also have nothing in your hands. Did you want to try to draw 1 to have a card in your hand, or not even worry about it? Let Psycho
No.
Phantom do all the work.
I would say, because I'm gonna die regardless, use that on Billy.
Okay, Invisible Hero on Billy. He will not take that damage. So Phantom Ranger will take 2. He draws Phantom Laser, which is 3, goes to the bottom. He's still okay. And 2 damage will be dealt to Kruger. Top card is Judgment. That's 1, goes to the discard, and we know the last card is that 3, so 3 resolves. He stays to fight.
Okay.
So that's done. Now we have to resolve the Psycho. Well, actually, hang on. Where does it go? Right, okay, so we're not there yet. Alright, so then we're going to resolve all the Psycho effects.
So recommend we resolve green first.
Well, that's just going to kill you.
That's the idea. It kills me. The other one will target Phantom Ranger.
Okay, crowd control is discarded. Kruger is dead.
Yep.
He's alive and healthy in the command center, but can't do anything.
Phantom needs to discard.
Yeah, hang on.
Phantom in his invisible hand.
Yeah, hang on.
Yeah, his hand is irrelevant.
Phantom leads with the discard what? Oh, the
Green
top
Ranger.
card of his deck.
Yeah.
Yeah, top card of the deck. Okay, Wraith Strike goes.
Okay, red will
And I
shift
guess
over
those-
to Phantom.
Yeah, well, they're both going to have to shift over, so.
Yeah.
So green and red both shift to Phantom, and red will deal Phantom 4 damage. Phantom Cloak is 1, goes to the discard. Invisible Hero is 1, goes to the discard. That's 2 down. Spectre Barrage is 2, goes to discard. Phantom's down to 1 card.
Oh, great.
Well, we knew that was going to happen inevitably. And then we're going to do Billy. You want pink or yellow first. One of them is drain energy and deal damage. The other one is makes you discard. Well, you don't have any cards to discard, so you basically can't do Psycho Yellow. So Psycho Yellow is irrelevant.
So it's like
So
yellow
drain-
fizzles.
So Psycho Yellow, drain 1 energy from the pool, so that drains an energy, and then you take 2 damage.
Yeah.
Yep.
Your top card is Mighty Maces. It's 3. It goes to the bottom. Okay. So, what do you want to try to attack?
It doesn't matter. When the next card resolves, everybody dies.
Mm-hmm. Oh, did Kruger drop his energy into the pool before dying?
Sure.
Okay.
If it'll help anything.
I don't know. Well, given that we're very obviously going to lose anyway, recommend you go out opening your chest.
Oh, am I playing Phantom Ranger?
We're all playing Phantom.
Oh, well,
Recommend
I
that-
can't. You didn't send us the hand. We don't know what he's got.
He's got the Power Ruby, a Wraith Strike, a Phantom Laser, and a Spectre Barrage. So, given that we're going to lose anyway, so basically recommend that we dump the energy into the Power Ruby and at least, either we dump the energy into Power Ruby and hit a bunch of stuff, or you can try to use either the Phantom Laser or the, or actually, go ahead. You could use Spectre Barrage. If you target the Psycho Bow, which has Guard, you can deal any amount of damage from the attack to an adjacent enemy card. So you could just target the bow and try to hit either the Path of Flame or the Path of Cruelty and kill one of the two Psycho cards there, or you could try to aim for just the 3 and just kill a regular card. And if you do that, at the very least, at the end of the fight, Pink will be dead and we'll have killed 2 out of the 5 Psychos. So we could say that in our first shot, we took out 2 Psychos.
But wouldn't Path of Cruelty, doesn't that activate its ability? Like the first time you play a card in this battle.
Yes.
So you've only got 1 card left in the deck, so it kills Phantom.
Yeah.
So basically, we lose anyway. No matter what we do, we insta-lose. So sure, let's go out swinging. Fuck it.
It does, but it doesn't say whether that happens before or after the card is played.
Yeah. Or if we're gonna die, let's try to take Pink with us.
Okay.
I agree with that assessment.
Like I said, does the green kick in before or after?
Well, it kicks in during play while this card is in play.
Right, but does it resolve before or after the attack?
The first time each ranger plays a card in battle.
So as soon as the player plays a card in battle, a card must be discarded from the deck.
Right. But does the card count as played until it's resolved?
Well, I'd say everything would have to resolve.
Yeah. I was going to say, I don't think it matters because I think both cards have to resolve anyway, regardless if you're dead.
Yeah.
So we would still get to take out Pink.
Yeah, it'd be like a chain effect. So
go ahead and resolve the attack first.
So what are you attacking?
The attack.
What are you attacking?
Pink. I thought the plan was to take out Pink in a blaze of glory.
Yes, but I mean, what I mean by take out Pink is I kill one of the generic cards because then there'll be another card to put on Pink to kill it, not attack Pink's card.
Okay, you're confusing me because you said to just straight up attack Psycho Pink to take her out and kill her.
No, what I said was we could defeat Psycho Pink by having 2 cards on her. If you want to aim at the Psycho Bow and try to kill her by defeating both of her actual cards, that's fine. You're just more likely to kill one of the other 2 that's got 3 or 4.
Okay, well, let's go after the 3 then. Try to get the best chance possible.
You want to go on the 3?
Yeah, might as well.
Alright. Because the reason I said attacking the bow is because if you use the Spectre Barrage on the bow, you could channel to the Psycho Red or Psycho Green path cards, but...
Mm-hmm.
But either way.
Let's roll the dice.
What are we attacking and with what?
I told you we're attacking 3 with the card, whatever card you said to attack with. I'm just following your orders. Which card? I don't know. You said it. I'm following your orders. What gives us the best chance of killing it? You still haven't given us his hand, so you tell me!
I told you what the 4 cards were.
For fuck's sake, you have the hand in front of yourself. You make the decision. Use the best card possible. It's the final play of the game. It's not that hard, Jim. Use your mind.
Best card possible is objective. Sorry, subjective.
Well, I don't know. What gives us the best chance of killing it? That's the card I want to use.
Well, Phantom Laser is 2 dice and 1 guaranteed damage. Spectre Barrage is 3 dice.
Just Phantom Laser it.
Yeah, I would say Phantom Laser.
Alright, 1 energy uses Phantom Laser. Attacking the 3, so it takes 1 automatically. And then we gotta roll 2 dice, the last roll of the game. 3, it's dead. So at the very least, that goes over to Psycho. So at the very least, we did defeat Psycho Blue and Psycho Pink, but unfortunately, the Psycho Rangers overwhelmed us.
We did.
That will cause... Actually, hang on a minute, we're not dead yet. Hang on. Damn it, stop. Anyway, we're not dead yet.
How so? Well, Phantom is.
Oh, yeah, yes, we are. You're you're right, because there's no lives left. It's not because Billy's still alive in the fight, but there's no lives left, so Phantom dying automatically kills us. I forgot. It's not about having somebody left in the fight. It's about there being no lives left.
Well, it doesn't matter because Path of Yellow over there resolves and Billy insta-dies because all the Psycho Rangers are on him. So they all resolve on him at the same time and he just obliterates.
That's true. All right. Fair enough.
I suppose it's appropriate that the OG Ranger is the last one alive.
Makes sense.
My love, you have forsaken me. Where are the alien Rangers?
Alien Rangers, what?
He's married to one of the alien Rangers.
Oh, right.
That's why I was saying, my love, you have forsaken me. Where are you?
I get the joke now. And technically, him being married to her is canon. That was never established in show, just that he was
With her.
had a thing for her.
Yeah.
All right, well, there we go.
We did better than I thought we would do.
Yeah, and the Psychos, it's a struggle, but you can do it. The problem is we were just so weak going into the fight.
And we were short of Ranger.
We were also down a Ranger. Yeah, we were only playing with... We were playing with 4, so that really limited us on the...
And Jim has disappeared.
I'm right here, what?
A lot of noise came through your side and you went silent for a moment.
Sorry about that. Anyway, yeah. So because we were short a Ranger, that really hurt us because we were playing with 4.
Mm-hmm. You want a camera up, Jim? Or not?
Yeah, hang on a sec. I gotta fix this.
Yeah, not having that 5th Ranger really hurt because then it just compounded effects where it probably shouldn't have been compounded.
Yeah. Well, the other thing we gotta find out once I get a response is whether the Psycho Rangers are supposed to shift to other Rangers, because if they're not supposed to do that, then that makes it a lot easier.
So, like, if they kill their intended target, they just do nothing?
Right, if they kill their intended target, then it doesn't matter. Or, if they kill the intended target, they do nothing until the next battle, and then they redeploy on a Ranger at the next battle.
Mm-hmm.
Because it may be that if they kill their intended target, then they're not attached for the duration of that fight, but then when you trigger the next battle, they reassign to another Ranger.
Yeah.
The problem is the wording in the manual specifically says that the Psychos attack at the deployment. It doesn't say anything about...
Yeah.
what applies, after, if they change it all after that. So we'll have to wait and see if we get a ruling on that. Unfortunately, Facebook was being stubborn and wouldn't let me actually tag Jonathan in the post, so there's nothing I can do about that. But I wrote his name in it, I just couldn't tag him.
Well, we have him on Skype now. You could just drop him a Skype message and say, hey, Facebook wouldn't let me tag you.
Yeah. I want to harass the guy. He's not our personal rule person.
Cool.
All right. Does anyone have any wrap-up announcements they would like to make?
Sort of, I guess.
All right, let me shift over to Cog.
It is Christmas here.
There you go.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Cog and
It's almost Christmas. Yeah, it's almost Christmas for you, GPR.
It is Christmas.
It is 15. It's 15 minutes into Christmas for me.
15 minutes into Christmas. It's been a fun couple of streams that we've had over the last couple of months.
Mm-hmm.
We definitely buy the next one, which we will quickly figure out before we end this.
Mm-hmm.
By then, we should be a hell of a lot more organized, and it won't take 6 hours to do one fight.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
We'll have some of us will have new setups, new cameras, better quality.
Yep.
New host.
New OBS, probably.
Yep.
It'll be a lot better. It's our second go around.
Yeah.
Like 5th video or something. So
yeah.
once we're settled in and we know what we're doing and we know our characters, our cards, all that sort of stuff, it's going to be a hell of a lot easier for us to move quicker in deployments and all that sort of stuff. So on behalf of the team at Ranger Vision, I wish everyone a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Thank you.
Let me look at my calendar.
Yes, we should end with that.
Yeah, check that out.
So it will be January. Probably the 23rd, 24th. For you guys.
Let me take a look here. Boop.
The 23rd
yeah, that
is
should be
Saturday.
fine with me as
We
far
could
as
do
I'm
that,
aware.
Sure.
Unless we wanted to run it, say, the previous weekend, the 16th, 17th. I only say that because Monday the 18th is Martin Luther King Jr. Day, so for Shadow and I, that will be a 3-day weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, so we'll aim for the night of January 16th, and we'll see what happens from there.
Yep. Keep an eye on the board,
So
keep an eye on Twitters and stuff, and we'll let you know.
Yes.
So 16th, it'll probably be what, 8 p.m., 8:30 Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah, right about there. Yeah. About 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. We'll see how it goes. Maybe push it to 8:30 just because I know hopefully in January it'll be a little more normal going forward. I don't want to interfere with even though it's only half an hour. I don't want to interfere with Database Ranger doing his commentary on old episodes of Power Reviews live stream, which I think he runs at about 7. So if we go 8:30, that's enough time for that to be finished, and then people to come over to ours,
including potentially Jake himself.
Yes, if he's free and so desires, but he will have a very young
baby
in the house, so I'm not going to hold my breath on that.
But we can still extend the invitation.
Yes.
Cool.
All right. Well, that'll do it from us, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, indeed, do.
Jim, you want to take us out?
Sure. One more announcement, by the way. We are still looking into possibilities of getting the board upgraded. We're in a situation where right now it's a little cost prohibitive for what we're getting out of it. But we're looking into other options of ways we could do this with a lower cost. If anyone out there is a web developer type person that knows a lot about how to run message boards and servers and wants to contact Kurama or us on any of the Ranger Vision social medias and let us know, we'd certainly be willing to talk to you about possibilities to get this done at a lower cost. So get a hold of us if you have any information on that. Mm-hmm. And until next time, we'll see you for our next Heroes of the Grid stream coming up on, as we said, the night of January 16th. That's a Saturday, and we will advertise that at least a week in advance so people are aware. We'll try to get some guests to join us, see if we can shorten the game down a little bit so it doesn't run so long. See if we can, because just make it a little more. Maybe we house rule it and we go, for the sake of people getting to try things out, we house rule it. We skip the first deployment just so we can people who are guests can actually experience the monsters and the boss.
If we have guests, yeah, I could agree with that.
Yeah. Maybe we can house rule it a little bit and see if we can figure out a way to get around that situation, or we just don't futz around so much with the foot soldiers. We just kill and get through it. But we'll see on the 16th. Stop by rangervision.com if you want to hang out on the board. Follow us on our socials. They're in the description below. Twitter, Facebook, we're around. Hit us up. We have a Discord. Link is in the description as well. Feel free to chat in our Discord. We're over there. And until then, Merry Christmas. A Happy New Year to everybody out there. May 2021 be better than 2020. We're going to look forward into 2021 with our vision, your vision, and Ranger Vision.
And we're done.